Again, something I had never heard of, and I have heard that you should be wary if you get a call, someone's asking you for your Social Security number, or it could be email also.
Yes.
But I certainly wasn't aware that there were actually these devices out there that could make it look like the call was in fact coming from your bank.
Absolutely.
And I know most people, we like to try to be polite, but if you get a call like that, you can just say, I'll call you back, click, and
that is
call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do. Hang up and call the local business.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know another thing that you can see it sometimes in newspapers or on the internet, but financial offers from people claiming they can help you repair your credit or how to turn your debt into cash. And are there other keys to evaluating offers like that?
What I always tell people is if you've been approached by someone like this with some type of business offer or something, I always call the Better Business Bureau and just make sure that they are legitimate, because again, just like with some of the investment and security offerings that we talked about earlier, there are 1,000,001 types of scams running right now that are these get rich quick, make money while you're sleeping kind of things, and it absolutely will behoove you to check it out with the Better Business Bureau.
And would the Better Business Bureau be an organization to talk to, like, let's say you're worried about your home going into foreclosure, or are there other resources that if you hear about someone who purports to be able to help you prevent that, is it again the Better Business Bureau, other resources we should think about?
I would actually, for that, I would contact the Department of Financial Institutions. Again, that's the agency that oversees the banking, I should say the financial industry in general. That's the type of thing I would absolutely run through them.
How about any sorts of scams that might target specific populations? I know sometimes we hear about older people and younger people too. As you mentioned, the credit card thing sometimes goes to the 35 and unders. But are there any particular scams, like if either yourself are getting a little older, you have older family members that you want to try to help protect them from? Any advice on that?
Well, there's the free lunch thing that's been running for years and years, but a lot of people do go to them because they want to get out, they want to go out and have a free lunch, they want to take their friend and go have a free lunch and just see what, the snake oil salesman is selling.
Okay.
And again, not all of the free lunches are a bad thing, but that, if there ever was a buyer beware kind of a offering, that would be one of them. The other thing that we see quite a lot of is targeting around reverse mortgages and so on and so forth. And again, that's the type of thing where you should be working with someone who's a trusted professional. If you don't understand it, or if it's something that comes maybe on your computer and it's not something you're familiar with, if you have a son or a daughter or a close friend who is savvy in these things, you can check it out. But again, any type of offering, if it's a financial offering, always go through the Department of Financial Institutions. If it's an insurance office offering, you want to go through the Office of the Insurance Commissioner. And if it's some type of ID thing where they're looking for, if you win the lottery and all you have to do to get your $29 million is to send them a check for, $1,000 or something like that, run that through the Office of Privacy Protection, because there's a lot of that happening in our state. I've actually held some of these checks in my hands that people have been issued, and they look incredibly legitimate. They are full of seals and affidavits and all sorts of things to make them look very legitimate, but again, 99.9% of the time, they are not legitimate.
So, you really have to be careful
Yeah.
and watch out for yourself and family members to help them too, and encourage them to check out some of these very reliable sources that you're talking
Absolutely.
about. And if it looks too good to be true, it might be too good to be true. And I'm just trying to mull over some of the many, many things I've learned from you today, that you shouldn't get a call from your bank asking for your bank numbers, and
No.
you can get on the no-call list. And I have to say, yet again, I went on the no-call list probably more than 2 years ago, because I'm
Okay.
getting a lot of calls
Okay.
now. And only just very recently I've been noticing getting calls on my cell phone too, which totally floored me, because I guess I just always thought that was a little safe haven from some of these calls. So trying to do things around your birthday, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Yep, and the credit reports that we can check those, get a free credit report. It's all been very interesting, and I'm just wondering if you had any final words you wanted to share with our listeners.
This can be a very overwhelming topic, and we know that. And we walk a fine line between having enough information that we are safe and having too much information whereby we never want to come out of our house again and we burn all of our credit cards and that type of thing. We need to kind of be walking in the middle with this, just to be a smart consumer. That's the main objective. And if anyone ever has any questions about any of this, if they can't remember what agency we need them to call, they can always call AARP. Our state office is in Madison, but we have a toll-free number. They can call us if they just have a question, if they've been a victim. No matter what the issue is around this topic, we can absolutely, if we're not the agency to speak with, we will put them in contact with the agency that can.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jeannie. It was
Thank
a
you
pleasure meeting you. Thanks for being here today, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining us.
This program is one of a series of programs on money and investing presented by the Milwaukee Public Library. This program is made possible by a grant from the FINRA Investor Education Foundation through Smart Investing at Your Library, a partnership with the American Library Association. You may view this program again through the Milwaukee Public Library website, www.mpl.org. Click on the Research Resources link on the left side of the page and then click on the Smart Investing link. To read more about money and investing, contact your local public library. The number to call at the Central Library is 286-3011.
This has been an MCM Productions program.